The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations is fast approaching, and some of the Premier League's biggest stars could leave their clubs for up to a month. Unlike the Euros and the Copa America, which take place in the summer, AFCON is typically held in the winter months. This is normally because of issues with the heat, although this year's edition, which will be held in Morocco, was intended to happen last summer. However, in order to avoid clashing with FIFA's expanded Club World Cup, the tournament was moved to the winter, taking place between December 21st and January 18th. It means a number of star players will be unavailable for their clubs during the busy festive period. The amount of time they are absent will obviously depend on how well their national teams do in the tournament. So how will it affect Premier League teams? High-flying Sunderland are the team that will be most heavily impacted, with 7 of their players set to feature at the tournament. Reinildo Mandava for Mozambique, Arthur Masuaku for DR Congo, Habib Diarra for Senegal, Noah Siddiqui for DR Congo, Simon Adingra for Ivory Coast, Kemsdine Talbi for Morocco, and Bertrand Traoré for Burkina Faso. The Black Cats will be down on numbers as they face Brighton, Leeds, Manchester City, Tottenham, Brentford, and Crystal Palace across that period. Wolves are already in deep trouble at the bottom of the Premier League table and will face more challenges when up to 5 of their players head to AFCON. Emmanuel Agbadou for Ivory Coast, Jackson Chochoa for Cameroon, Marshall Munetsi for Zimbabwe, Tawanda Chirawa for Zimbabwe, and Tolu Arokodare for Nigeria. Fellow strugglers, Nottingham Forest will also be left short-staffed. They could be without 4 players. Willy Bowley for Ivory Coast, Ola Aina for Nigeria, Ibrahim Sangare for Ivory Coast, and Taiwo Awoni for Nigeria, as will Crystal Palace, Chadi Riyad for Morocco, Sheikh Doucoure for Mali, Ismail Assar for Senegal, and Christantus Uche for Nigeria. Manchester United are set to lose 2 of their most important attackers in both Bryan Mbeumo and Ama Diallo, with the pair set to represent Cameroon and Ivory Coast respectively. Ruben Amorim is also set to lose Moroccan defender Noussair Mazraoui for up to a month as well. Everton are also likely to lose 3 players during the tournament. Adam Aznou for Morocco, Idrissa Gueye for Senegal, and Iliman Ndiaye for Senegal, as will Burnley, Axel Tuanzebe for DR Congo, Hannibal Mabry for Tunisia, and Lyle Foster for South Africa. Fulham, meanwhile, are set to be without their Nigerian trio, Calvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi, and Samuel Chukwueze. Manchester City will be weakened by the absence of 2 recent signings, Egyptian Omar Marmoush and Algerian Rayan Ait-Nouri. Pep Guardiola's side will try to keep pace with Arsenal as they face some tough fixtures during the AFCON period, notably against Chelsea and Manchester United. Tottenham Hotspur will be left short in midfield as they also lose 2 players, Yves Bissouma for Mali and Papi Sarr for Senegal. However, Thomas Frank will be relieved to retain the services of Mohamed Kudus after Ghana failed to qualify for the competition. West Ham will be without 2 of their fullbacks, El Hadji Malik Diouf for Senegal and Aaron Wan-Bissaka for DR Congo. Brentford's record signing Dango Outara will attend the tournament with Burkina Faso, as will midfielder Frank Onyeka with Nigeria. The so-called Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah, will be the biggest name at the tournament and a massive miss for Liverpool. Arne Slot's side face Spurs and Arsenal over the period that AFCON is taking place, as their prospects of retaining the title grow increasingly dimmer. Newcastle will lose Yoan Wissa to DR Congo, with the forward still yet to make his debut for the Magpies. Brighton will be without key midfielder Carlos Baleba, who represents Cameroon, while Aston Villa's Evan Gossend will be at AFCON for the Ivory Coast, as will Bournemouth's Amin Adli for Morocco. The Cherries will be similarly relieved to Spurs that Ghana did not qualify, allowing them to keep talisman Antoine Semenyo. The remaining teams, Arsenal, Chelsea and Leeds United, will all maintain their full numbers throughout AFCON. This is sure to provide them with a boost as they face weakened opposition and their rivals are diminished. The impact of the tournament could be massive, not only because of the players that are absent, but also the affect it will have on the players that remain. With the festive period as busy as ever, it is nightmare timing for teams to have their squads reduced. AFCON is sure to provide numerous headaches for Premier League managers, and for the lucky few that will be unaffected, it could well be a massive advantage.